Everybody, this is the baseball head, the amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the people's champion. Your host, the HUD, and welcome back to the baseball HUD. And hopefully you like this video and hit that subscribe button. So I was not able to watch the game today. Wasn't able to watch the Mets lose 4-0 to the Phillies. And really just a dreadful game. Aaron Nola, who, to be honest with you, I was hoping that the Mets would have signed him in the offseason. But obviously that didn't happen. But he pitched a complete game, which seems to be like a dinosaur in today's day and age. But we have a situation here which is we're at a precipice right now. The Mets are now 19 and 22. They've played 41 games. I had said after the first 40 games we'd have a pretty good idea of where they are. And I think we have a pretty good idea of where this team is at. They pitched actually quite well. Starting pitching has been decent. Their bullpen has been the strength of this team, which I kind of figured was what was going to happen because of the fact that David Stearns has a history of putting good bullpens together. But obviously, the biggest culprit of this team, and really what's held this team back for decades, has been the Mets offense. Now, and we're going to get into a couple of guys, probably a separate video, but we have some actually interesting news tonight. And that is Mets prospect Mark Vientos is now back with the Mets. He'll be playing tomorrow at Philadelphia against Ranger Suarez. Mets are going to be facing a lot of lefties over the next few days. And Vientos is now back with the club. He's going to be playing very, very soon. Now, the corresponding move is that Joey Wendell, Joey was terrible, has been designated for assignment. Let me read you what Mets Marais had to say. The Mets will designate Joey Wendell for assignment to clear room for Mark Vientos. Now, as you know, Vientos hit a game-winning home run a few weeks ago on a Sunday. According to Joel Sherman, Wendell slashed just .222, its batting average, .243 on-base percentage, .250 slugging percentage, and .493 OPS over 36 at-bats. The Mets signed him to a one-year, $2 million deal as a major league contract in the offseason as a backup middle infielder, but he even showed lapse of defense in critical moments. We know of a couple of moves and a couple of plays that they just was a lousy situation. Also, Sherman reports Johan Ramirez will also be DFA'd to make room for Joey Lucchesi. And Joey's going to be pitching on Wednesday. He's going to be starting. So, with the offense struggling and a tired bullpen, the Mets have decided to make some moves ahead of tomorrow night's game in Philly. The Mets will be recalling from AAA Mark Vientos and will be rejoining the team is reported by Mike Mayer. Let me read you what Vientos has been doing in AAA. He has been lighting it up. He's hitting .284 with an .876 OPS with 30 RBIs and 6 homers over 116 at-bats. In desperate need of offensive production, will Vientos be able to bring enough juice to the lineup? There is no word on who Vientos will replace, but he will apparently split time at third with Brett Beatty, who has fallen off offensively. The team could cut ties with Joey Wendell, or they could just send Jose Butto down and delay a positional adjustment a couple more days. Now, here's the thing about Brett Beatty. To talk about Brett Beatty for a moment, if you will. The issue with Brett Beatty is that he cannot hit. They have this new metric of being able to see how hard a hitter can swing the bat, how fast it goes through the strike zone. He is a guy that has probably the slowest bat in Major League Baseball right now, which I said last year, and now my belief has been proven right statistically and has been able to be measured. He has not done a good job offensively. He's done a good job defensively. He's been excellent defensively. No problems. Okay? He was able to turn that around. That's all. A lot of times with these players, especially if they're not good defensively, a lot of hard work can get them to be a good defensive player. But Beatty cannot change. He did a good job with that. But you can't work out bat speed. And if you don't have that bat speed, the pitchers are going to find that out. And that's what's happened with him. He's just not a good offensive player. And been a major disappointment. because the Mets had invested a lot of money in him and a lot of time over the last 5 years since they drafted him in 2019 as such a high pick. Now, where this leaves the Mets, like I said, I'm going to do a separate video, probably a live stream as well, talking about the Mets stars, because that is a separate issue in this situation. But this is big news for the Mets to be able to get Joey Wendle out of here, because on Monday, when the game got tied and the Mets went to the 10th inning, and then the Phillies, of course, took the lead, Joey Wendle was asked to bunt the runner over in the 10th inning, and he popped the ball up to the left side of the infield, and he basically slit his own throat when it came to being on this roster. If you're a guy that's the 26th man on a roster, you got to be able to do all the little things. And Wendell showed in the month and a half that he was here that he was incapable, not capable of being able to do the little things to win games. Not being able to get a bunt down, even against a guy like a difficult pitcher like Alvarado, where he's wild and he's up in the strike zone. You have to get that bunt down. Okay, they're giving you a free run at second base. Get him over the third. The Mets could have gotten him over with no hits, and that really hurt them. And he has not done it. He did not do a good job, and now he's gone. Skadoosh off to the Phantom Zone. May we never see him again, but it'd be interesting to see after this whole thing with Vientos settles in. Do they bring him? Do they send him back down or whatever? Because now the Mets are a little bit tight at shortstop. Mets don't have shortstop right now, so we'll have to see what what the next move could be. Maybe they bring in Jose Iglesias. Maybe they feel Luis Angel Acuna is ready. I don't think he is, from what I've seen, what I've read. But Iglesias could be the next move for the Mets. So we'll see how that goes. So let me know what you think about this video. Hit the subscribe button before you go. I appreciate the time you take to watch, and I'll see you later.